Minister, is a liar. I mean, now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to say about every liar.
We need an economy which is well balanced.
It is a strange land when we pass children under the age of 17 at the stoplight at a school day in a school time and nobody feel no way.
Comrade General Secretary, comrade spokespersons, comrade candidates, comrade workers and warriors of Central St. James and other parts of the parish of St. James and beyond. I really want to start my little talk tonight by bigging up Senator Janice Allen. It gives me great joy and a sense of pride that this beautiful daughter of St. James has taken the hard decision to put herself forward to represent you in the Parliament of the land, in the House of Representatives. I know that your campaign is based on commitment and love. And it is commitment and love that has enabled this space to be in this condition tonight. I am told it's just 4 days of work, hard work, a lot of voluntary work as well, that has put this in place so we could have this ceremony this evening. And it's a new day for Central St. James for the PNP, because you now have a home in the heart of the city, 50 Market Street, where the PNP can gather, we can make our plans, we can strategize, we can fellowship, and we can go out and do the work on the ground, the necessary work to take back this constituency to our column when the trumpet sound next time around. Training system, because the development of this nation requires an economy which is strong, an economy which is creating jobs, decent work, work that provides good opportunities for self-improvement. And the way in which we achieve that is by having an educated people who can manage the work of the 21st century. And we can see, and as has been said already tonight, the education system is failing our people. 1 in 5, less than 1 in 5, getting 5 subjects including English and maths. And that's at the CSEC level. If you go earlier in the system to the primary school level, over 30% leaving primary school can't read and write. More than that can't manage basic arithmetic and critical thinking. We cannot develop our country like that. Of the developmental approach that the PNP government to come will deliver for the people, from the cradle right through. So we will have strong early childhood, strong primary school, going into secondary and then into training. We're going to have a strong remedial program in the secondary system as well. Comrade Crawford and I have been discussing this for months now, and how we plan to deal with it, because we know those 30+%, they must get a chance, and we have to have a proper remedial program for them so they can get back on track, and when they leave school they have something to show for it. The health system is in a state where anyone who has to use the public health facilities is really facing the most unpleasant, difficult task, because what happens is there are no beds for them. They cannot get admitted when they need to be admitted. We have a situation in this country where our economy is fragile because it is not well balanced. We're very dependent on the tourism industry, and right now the tourism industry is under pressure. We had a bad travel advisory earlier in the year which highlighted for the first time the weaknesses in the health system, and it has impacted visitor arrivals in the country negatively, and it feeds right back into the same health problems we've already spoken about. We need an economy which is well balanced, and rural development through agriculture, agro-processing, agro-industry must be a priority for the development of our economy. It is the biggest employer of labor in the whole country, and yet it is operating at a relatively low level of technology and investment. This election is a serious something. Jamaica is at a crossroads. We have a Prime Minister who, under his watch, the Integrity Commission Act was passed. Under his watch, the offences for illicit enrichment were increased. And he is now taking the Integrity Commission to court, seeking declaratory relief from the court, saying that the legislation is ultra-vires the Constitution, is unlawful and should be struck down, and that the offence of illicit enrichment for which he is being investigated is unconstitutional. Anything can go so. Nothing can go so. Nothing can go so. Comrades, the country needs a change.
It's cost of living. Cost of living. This Prime Minister, when he was there, Gary Basket come up Parliament. He come and talk about fish pot, then tell them that we know again fish pot. And he create all sort of excitement about what can go in the basket. In this current Jamaica now, when you go to the supermarket, you can do your shopping right at the cashier because everybody left something there. You can go right at the cashier counter and pick up what you want because there is almost nobody that goes up there without having to put back something. It would seem that we are in a country where the truth has become wrong and good become bad. Like them are trying to turn around the thing. They are trying to turn around everything. I sat down and watched the Labour Party through Juliet Cuthbert. I sat down and watched them saying that the chairman of the Integrity Commission must resign because he is out of order. So you must resign because you say something when somebody don't like. But the Prime Minister of the country must resign when his business partner go to the ATM 20 times in a 3 months, go deposit cash into his bank account and then tell us that that is not a country. How could that be? That man had do some action that is questionable. And because somebody come and talk what is their truth, they should resign from their work. But the man that go to the court to challenge the legislation in the country, him to just continue and and they know what we talk about it. When we talk about it, them say we not talk about what we plan to do. Of course we talk about what we plan to do, but we have to be careful how we talk about what we plan to do, because the government is a set of kleptomaniacs.
What can go on?
Bandits. I don't lie, me I tell. Let us take healthcare next. You have a country in which you get admitted in a hospital and you are seated on a chair for days. And getting a chair is a luxury. You have some people who don't have bed and don't have chair. Them never a piece of cardboard. You have a hospital in St. James that's supposed to service the entire region, all of this area. And that hospital has been down for 8 years. They told us that it would take 2 billion to fix it. And now it reached over 20 billion. And they don't want you to talk. When you talk, them say you're bad mind. Because I'm writing a report, they read it. There is a thing called syllogistic reasoning. Or you can deduce something from what is said. Let me give you an example.
Sufficient to assume.
Yes. If I say Damien is a Rasta, and I say all Rastas are PNP, first statement is that Damien is a Rasta, and my second statement is that all Rastas are PNP, then it is logical to conclude that Damien is a PNP. Yes. If there is no leak of the Integrity Commission report when it does the Integrity Commission, but there is a leak of the Integrity Commission report when it reaches a parliament, me I go assume that the leak come from parliament. Whenever we have meetings, them come and them say them now hear PNP talking about the ideas. No, hold on. I sat down at conference and I heard Comrade Crawford went into details with the problems in education and how he planned to fix them. Me hear him take all interviews after that and sit down for hours and explain and go through the ideas. Me sit down and me hear Comrade Leader go through several ideas that the next PNP government will bring to the people of Jamaica. So when they are complaining, me feel like that they don't want nobody talk about what they are going with. Me don't think that them don't hear the ideas. Me think that them don't want nobody talk about what they are going with. And the Prime Minister has threatened to sue people because he don't want people to talk. Because when people started to talk, when we had the All Angles show, and people went on it and people spoke out, he come and say he was going to sue because he don't want people to talk. And the truth is that when he said it, civil society stopped talking. And also the media get afraid and stop carrying it. So right now TV just observe over here so nervous. You don't even want to carry it. But the Prime Minister is a liar. I mean, now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to say about every liar.
I am not afraid because I know I am protected by the Most High One. Comrade Leader, Comrade Jensek, all of my comrades who journeyed from outside of St. James, but most of all, my comrades of Central St. James. My heart full tonight. My heart full tonight because we have our yard. This, my comrades, is our yard. And we are taking back St. James one constituency at a time. And we are starting with, I am not afraid. Find out for proper leadership. And I'm here to answer the call. But I will not make it to Garden House as a member of Parliament if you, the comrades, you, the workers, you, the warriors, are not working with me. But I know everybody in this yard tonight is working with me. I know everybody in here in distance is working with me. I know that the comrades of Rose Heights working with me. The comrades of Gully working with me. From Donga Lane you're working with me. From Meggy Top you're working importantly, you're working with Comrade Leader Mark Golden.
Hospital that closed down for 8 years now because of a ventilation problem that has been going on for a while. But instead of listening to the experts, all they're doing is painting it up and say that it's so open. And now you have a press conference that said that they're moving in the admin team, so the hospital's so open. Comrades, if that is what you are waiting on, please do not hold your breath. You have a Ministry of Health where when a man will fall down and die at the airport because you do not have a working ambulance that can respond to that emergency call. And their solution is to market that the airport needs a private ambulance. If you need dialysis, you have to wait until somebody on dialysis dies before you get a chance. We have a Jamaica where you have a hernia to cut. You have to go and buy the mesh to fix the hernia. And instead of sorting out the hernias to cut, is more ribbons to cut them looking for. Comrades, let me tell you something. You work hard during those periods of austerity with the IMF. Mama P leverage our social capital so Jamaicans would buy into a period where we bang with belly so we could have paid down the debt. We work hard for the prosperity.
It means that you should allow the children to progress. And I read in the newspaper today that 40% of those who are poor are children. It is a strange land when we pass children under the age of 17 at the stoplight at a school day in a school time and nobody feel no way. It's a strange land when adult men are impregnating 15 and 14-year-old children. It's a strange land when the children are failing and there is no uproar in the society. We will block 100 roads for bad roads. We are living in a strange land where people need dialysis and can't get it. Where some people are given 6 years waiting list for a surgery, living in pain. We are in a strange land. But at the conference, I reminded you that this is a Christian country because the anthem is a prayer. It says, Eternal Father. And I reminded you that this is a Christian party because it says in steadfast assurance, God will look down.